Safeties Draft. Safeties Draft. Roll up ain't good.
Every day I get blowed, 365 weed get me high. I know you probably got yours, but I got some fine nigga, look at mine. Every day I get blowed, 365 weed get me high. Let me know when you're ready to roll. We can ride, we can
I smoke
fly.
nothing but the best. 93, nothing less. You smoke at 200 a zip, you boys cheap in the chest. I burn this shit when I'm stressed. Stuff all my problems in papers. I don't fuck with backwoods, cause it be cutting the flavor. Now smoke Wham and Pluto. Yeah, that slime and money bag. Smoking cones, use a grinder, cause them nugs be burning fast. I smoke that gas back to back when I'm on a bean or I'm drunk. Let my bitch hit this shit, said she was high for a month. My nigga made mama say that weed smell like a skunk. I smoke that strong out the cone, don't pay me no blunts. Yeah, that kush is my cologne, white ash when I dump. I smell like Bond number 9 mixed with some pink runts. Roll you one.
Every day I get blowed, 365 weed get me high. I know you probably got yours, but I got some fine nigga, look at mine. Every day I get blowed, 365 weed get me high. Let me know when you're ready to roll. We can ride, we can
Ain't no
fly.
pump pass, you niggas smoking them low. Yeah, I can smell that spray on. Smoke that shit on your own.
I got 5 on.
You a goddamn lie. This 300 a zip, you want a P35. Eating at 5-star restaurants, smelling like gas. That real deal waitress gon' give me that look when she pass. This gon' put you on your ass. I smoke that top of the line. Don't do no edibles, that shit gon' have me too damn high. Funnel cake mixed with biscotti, it be too damn fine. Spray on them lows, put it in the bag, and then they call it some Zy. You a goddamn lie. My eyes low to the ground, but I be high as a cloud. And bitch don't blow my high. Right.
Every day I get blowed, 365 weed get me high. I know you probably got yours, but I got some fine nigga, look at mine. Every day I get blowed, 365 weed get me high. Let me know when you're ready to roll. We can ride, we can fly.
Something like that there.
Microphone check, tested 1, 2. You know, appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. Yeah, we talking about safeties. Draft is tomorrow, so we going through the safeties of the draft for tomorrow. See what we can draft, especially the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about the top safeties that's coming out this year. You know what I'm saying? So find out what team is your perfect fit for some of these guys, and let's go. Share my screen, you know what I mean?
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Draft Hub. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my top 10 safeties for the 2026 NFL Draft. Now, of course, this is my pre-combine rankings, so my official final rankings will probably come out after the combine, but I'm really going to start focusing in on doing, positional groups, because I usually do one big video highlighting my top 10 players from every positional group. And that's all one video. And I don't usually get to highlight every single player or any of my honorable mentions for the most part. So we're going to go in depth on really every single positional group that we can before the NFL Combine. Then, of course, I will go back to my one big video and I will do all the positional groups together. But we already did linebackers yesterday, so if you haven't seen that, please go take a look at it. And today we're going to do safeties, and I don't know what is next, but I'm thinking maybe defensive tackle. I'm probably going to stick to the defensive side first before I go over to the offensive side. So maybe defensive tackle, maybe rush ends, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what I feel like next. But before we get into it, if you guys enjoy videos like this, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I am producing content every single day, whether it be NFL content, NFL draft, prospect profiles, shorts, positional rankings, you name it, I'm going to do it. Even transfer portal news, all that kind of stuff. You name it, I do it. And we roll right along. We upload every day at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And without further delay, let's get into it. So we're going to get into some honorable mentions first. So I have Michael Taft, Jacoby Thomas, Deshaun Singleton, Cole Wisniewski, and Bishop Fitzgerald as my honorable mentions. Now, again, you have to think about it like this. This is a very strong safety class. And I'm not going to be, there's going to be guys on this that are not on this list that you're going to say, I can't believe you don't have them on the list. That's just the fact of the matter. We're only really looking at 15 guys and highlighting 10 of them for the most part. So there's going to be guys that are, on my list or off my list that might be on yours, and that's okay. But first, what I want to talk about is, of course, we have Michael Taft here from Texas. Michael Taft is a heck of a player. And it's kind of tough for me to he's so close to being on the top 10 for me. He's a really, really strong coverage player with really good football IQ. 6 foot, 195 pounds. Maybe that's where he loses a little bit. The frame comes into question just a little bit. Tackling, he's good. He's a good tackler as well. But the fact of the matter is, I just think that some of these guys on the list are a little bit more well-rounded than Taft. I feel like even though he is a really good coverage player, I think he leaves a little bit to be desired as a run defender as well, and an overall tackler. I feel like his tackling technique kind of lets him down at some points, and against bigger, stronger tight ends, that's going to be a difficult assignment. Jacoby Thomas is an interesting one here from Miami, 6'2", 200 pounds. He's the one that I have highlighted here in the photo. Really strong player. Really, you could pick any of these Miami Hurricane players out of a hat and talk about how good of a season they had. And Jacoby Thomas is no different. He's another one that was really, all 5 of these guys were so close to being at number 10. And you're going to see number 10 and be like, oh, well, maybe he should be an honorable mention. And that's fair. But
imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
That's really, really close. Just a nose for the football as well. Just a fantastic. I mean, Miami has produced some really, really nice safeties over the past few years. Right away, you think, Cam Kinchins, James Williams was a heck of a player that I was really, really high on that hasn't really found his footing in the NFL just yet. But now you have Jacoby Thomas, who's a player that's probably going to get drafted on day 3 that is going to, make a name for himself in the NFL for sure. Then I have Deshaun Singleton. I love Deshaun Singleton, 6'2", 212 pounds, a player that doesn't get talked about enough, who is a very, very solid run support safety as well. I think he leaves a little bit to be desired in terms of lateral agility and quickness, and I think that does harm him a little bit in terms of his man coverage abilities. But as someone that could come down hard in the box and make a play in, filling in a running lane, I think that he is your guy. Like I said, I do love the frame, 6'2", 212 pounds. He's someone that is pretty dang fast. He's probably going to run somewhere in the high 4.4s or low 4.5s, and that's kind of really on the elite side for a safety as well. So he's a really, really exciting player. I just think man coverage abilities, I think, is his weakest point. Cole Wisniewski is another player that, of course, like I mentioned for Miami, if you pick anyone on Texas Tech, they had a phenomenal season, and Wisniewski is no different. He's another player that I think is going to be more of that hybrid linebacker safety type of player at the NFL level. 6'3", 214 pounds, really, really strong run defender. Good coverage season he had this year as well. I just think that also, I hate to say this, I just think the players around him made everyone that much better. And I feel like it has the same effect for Ohio State, and it does for, Miami and Texas Tech and all these teams that went far in the college football playoffs. I feel like there's a trickle down effect where, the pass rush was great, the linebackers were great, and then of course it frees up the safeties and the corners to have good seasons as well. But Wisniewski's a really, really exciting player that I think can be one of those hybrid linebackers at the NFL level. And Bishop Fitzgerald is a player that I like quite a bit, and he's a player that I'm kind of sad didn't make my top 10, but 5'11", 205 pounds. He's got a great nose for the football. 5 interceptions this past season. 3 interceptions this past season, but 5 touchdowns given up. So I think he's a little bit too much of an all or nothing type of coverage player for me, always going for the big play. If you guys remember Billy Bowman from, a couple seasons ago at Oklahoma, he's a player that kind of reminds me of Bishop Fitzgerald, reminds me of Billy Bowman, where, Billy Bowman had fantastic season where he had 3 really long pick sixes, but he gave up a few touchdowns too. He's kind of an all or nothing type of player. And I think if you could take that out of him and coach him into having a little bit more discipline on the back end, I think he'd be a really, really excellent player at the NFL level. Now let's get into the top.
All right, let's get ready to look at some of these highlights, man. You know what I'm saying? Honorably mentioned, safety, Bishop Fitzgerald. Let's check out Bishop Fitzgerald. Honorable mention. Let's see what he got for us. See what you look like, bro, on film.
When we hit the pothole, I worried we'd be stranded for hours.
Their lives.
I knew it was going to happen. Knew they was going to try to have a fuzzy novel on there. Wait, just one. What's going on here? All right. Let's go.
And this for all those cats that I was balling with.
All right. 5'11", 201 pounds. Bishop.
Third down. Clark stands in, throws a pick. Taken away by Bishop.
Is he going to take it to the house?
And it's a pick six.
There you go. And he played for USC, man. Same school running out play for him. And Troy Polamalu. You know what I'm saying? Long hair don't care. They're playing a little up in the strong safety.
Underwood. Pressure off the edge. Underwood can't get away. Fitzgerald came in on the angle and got to the big quarterback.
Third down and goal
from the 3. Brown in trouble.
This safety class is pretty. He picked. Yeah, that's a nice pick. Nice pick.
So Purdue, a great-looking drive, ends up with an INT. It looked like a perfect decision.
That's a nice INT for sure right there.
His original receiver fell down at the bottom of the screen. Take it to Johnson, back the other way, and it is a big loss.
Way to peep it out. That was quick on the feet on that.
Bishop Fitzgerald loses 5.
In the middle, feel like a linebacker on that. Must have played linebacker a little bit.
With him. Second down and 10. The RPO.
Way to see it. There you go. Should be to the house, brother.
Fitzgerald's got his second of the day and his third of the season. And that might do it. You talk about
quarterback, I ain't noticing what's going on right there.
This was anticipation by Fitzgerald on this.
That was too easy, bro.
Underwood, sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Fitzgerald, and the freshman makes a huge mistake.
Okay, I'm liking them, digging in.
He made a mistake because he forced the ball outside. He's going to have some.
Okay, Bishop Fitzgerald.
Open.
But I don't care that he's got 2 #1 NFL receivers. I
can't fish up here.
It's a throw and it's incomplete. Knocked away from Amarazi.
Well, I say, man, this class is so deep, we don't even have to get Caleb Downs. There's so many safeties out here.
Clark gets it out, and it's broken up. Bishop Fitzgerald was right on time.
He does such a nice job of being patient. I mean, he's just playing center field right in the middle. Watch him wait.
Fourth and 15. Over the middle, picked. Bishop Fitzgerald has done it again. Ends this game in downtown Los Angeles.
All right, Bishop Fish. All right. All right, that was cool. That's what's up, bro. That was what's up, Bishop Fitzgerald. Huh. I liked them highlights, man. That was pretty good. Nice pick. Bishop Fitzgerald, man. Moving on, man. Let's get to the other top. Who we got next? Cole. How you pronounce it? Wizenhager? Wizenhager? How you pronounce it? Let's check him out. Let's see what Cole got. Cole. Okay. Nice little stack pack. Okay, took on the block a little bit. Yeah, he played for Tech, so Tech defense was pretty good. Not bad.
Extended drive brings up a third and goal.
Okay.
And better.
Quick release, arm angles that Patrick Mahomes would appreciate. I don't care. First and 15.
That was
We're going to
nice.
stay with the ground game. And
way to beat it.
Lots of folks in the box. And they sweep it out to the end.
That was just too easy. Okay. This dude here is a massive run stopper. Safety. Okay, he made a play. Pick, nice pick. Got no choice but to pick that off, man. You only one out there on that. Way to see it.
That's the first incompletion for Dampier. Here's the run.
Short tackle and safety. Okay. He had 78 tackles. It would have seemed like he showed he had. See why. Way to blow the play up. Way to not let the play get executed.
They're down and 8 at the 19. Delayed handoff. Rogers. Texas Tech ready.
Let's see, do his split coverage. That wasn't bad. Downhill. Boom. Yep.
Here.
Nice come downhill tackle.
Hands it off. Second man through.
Way to stop the shortage.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a good play right there. Hey, way to go through the double team. That was cool.
Find a way to get easy completions for Jalen Daniels.
like that to Quebeca, who's just short.
Jackson on second down again with that pressure coming. It's incomplete.
Okay. That was nice. That was nice. Wasn't too bad. I see a little, he's a coverage. I mean, he a tackling, type of tackling safety. I ain't see him too much in the coverage, but not bad. Not bad. He had a lot of tackles for sure. He had a lot of tackles, that's for sure.
From Facebook, Casey Blair Hughes highlighted a post.
Yeah, he had a lot of tackles. That's what's up. Let's see. Comment. Anything with a comment? Let's see, it won't even show, man. I don't know why it does this. Well, moving on. Coley Cole. Wasn't too bad, Coley Cole. Wasn't too bad, Coley Cole. Just a tackling safety from Texas Tech, man. Moving on, man. Who we got next? Oh, Deshaun Singleton. That's who we got next. Let's check out Deshaun Singleton. Let's see what his highlights looking like. What's going on?
He wouldn't be able to outrun that one anyway. He had a bad angle.
Oh, way to come downhill, make it hit.
Moody, welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska. The introduction made by Deshaun Singleton.
Yeah, that was a nice introduction for sure off the top. The first big hit safety play I've seen so far.
Great read, and he didn't stop. He
Deshaun
wasn't going to let that guy
out to try and erase that 0 on the left side of the scoreboard.
Man, they blowing Colorado out.
Roll, blocks, no good.
Colorado ain't even got a point.
Okay, so in the interior part of the offensive line, you see big number 9.
That was Deshaun Singleton on the
number
block.
8, who's one of the defensive backs.
Well.
Right in the seam, right where you want it from all there. That ball is on the ground.
And he got playmaking abilities, ripping the ball out.
They have it. Singleton recovers it. Just a beautiful pass, but then John Bullock, number 5, the linebacker, strips it away.
I'm going to put draft picks on all you some.
The ball's perfect. It's where you want it.
Okay.
And then watch 5 coming to scream. Give me that. Takes the ball out. And the Cornhuskers up there to recover the ball. Number 8, Deshaun Singleton. What an outstanding job of taking that ball away.
Other players ripped the ball out.
Around it, that's
not
for
Deshaun.
Block again to pass.
Tip drill.
Rule is going to be okay. With that sideline warning. Here's the interception.
On all you sons of tip
Singleton
drill.
ready.
That's a tip
that Rule talked about. This is a guy, senior night, thought he might get another year. He played 4 games last year, a few snaps against Michigan. Applied for a waiver, denied. So his time here in Lincoln is coming to an end. That's a heck of
3rd and 3. Underwood got some heat. Down he goes. The ball came out of the end.
Did Deshaun knock that one out, or he just? He recovered the fumble.
Did he come down or not? Did it get knocked out?
Yeah, he just recovered it.
Yep, it's loose before his left knee.
Way to be at the right place at the right time.
Good rip on the play. That is taught every day in practice. Get your arm in there and spin it out. Singleton on the recovery. Big play by the black shirt defense.
The 5th 3rd and long opportunity for Michigan State.
Towles.
Big.
And an air mailed, and Singleton got the pull for it. Deshaun Singleton.
I wonder if he can to Mike Singleton.
That time,
go right down to the back. It's
I don't know. I'm just saying.
We've seen him make this throw all
about
season.
too high,
The
man.
ball
What was that?
continues to travel, tips and overthrows right into the arms of number 8 in red, Deshaun Singleton.
Well, when it's warm and windy, and we were down before the game, we were down on the field, that's a nightmare for a quarterback, isn't it? They have that much downs, Michigan State, in the first half.
Oh, it's the same game.
Low snap, pressure.
Yeah, 2 picks in the same game?
It's Singleton.
Oh, yeah, they going to remember that dude.
Deshaun Singleton.
Yeah, they going to remember Singleton.
Aiden
Sean
Collins
Singleton, man. He had
chance.
2 picks in
Back,
one game.
As soon as he's about to throw the ball, he's hit
Quarterback and him must be friends. They must have been friends. Because he's steady throwing the ball to him.
We talked about the conversation we had with him yesterday. He was so ready for this opportunity. He said, coming out of that Michigan game.
Are in the backfield. The Cornhuskers read that one. Andrew Marshall coming through there.
He looked like more of a strong safety type of player.
A big play for the Husker defense.
Jerry Neuheisel, the offensive coordinator for UCLA, was thinking.
Since he's taken over, the team has responded.
Yeah, big hit.
Huge yardage on the screen pass on Singleton.
It looked like he got perfect size for a safety, though. I'll tell you that.
Protection initially for Bruggemeyer. Time runs out. Right up the middle to Deshaun Singleton. The first sack of the night for the Huskers.
Well, he timed it perfectly. Saw Walmart look from above. Deshaun Singleton, he's going to just wait. He's
nice
right here.
play for sure.
And he's going to wait and see what K.
Chevy trucks.
Well. Looks like Deshaun Stevenson's a pretty good all-around safety in a way. You know, he looked more like a strong safety. He can match up against them tight ends and stuff like that. So, yeah, Deshaun Singleton. Not bad. I can truly say. Oh, he did. What he do is broad jump, 10-10 broad jump. 39-inch vertical jump. Oh, that's what his combine stats is? Okay. Moving on, man. Deshaun Singleton. Good highlights. Who we got next? Jacoby Thomas? Yep, Jacoby. Let's go. See what Jacoby talking about. Pass the ball, Jacoby. Let's see. $75 tackles, 4 fumble, 5 picks, 6 takeaways. Wow. The dude balling out in a way, stat ball. Pick. Man, Miami got a lot of cold defensive players, man. Real talk, man. Look at it.
A lot of them are dropping.
Him,
They unblocked.
him and the other guy I was talking about yesterday. He's a cornerback, but he really play him as safety. That's a good pick. Kobe Jones. Kobe Thomas. Ooh, good hit, man. Made the ball come out too. Nice play.
Collins tripped up and he goes down.
Wow, that was nice. Nowhere to go. Too easy. Nice pick. Nice pick. Better read the run. Yeah, him and Keontae Scott, boy, they was out there balling in that secondary. It seemed like, look at that.
Stop short of the goal line.
Ball again. It's knocked down. It's going to be fourth
Jacoby
down.
and Keontae Scott, man, them boys balling in that secondary. Them two right there can actually be some top defensive backs for anybody's team. Say, man, y'all better check out Miami roster because they got some players. Oh, man.
5-man rush. Mitchell finds a crossover. No room to run.
He didn't want that.
Storylines coming into this football contest. SMU keeps it on the ground on first
time
and 10.
the blitz perfect, too. So it's not just about blitzing. It's all about timing of the blitz. I can't believe he didn't see him right there. Guess not. Way to read it. Perfect.
Compete and battling.
Playing with tempo.
Yeah, man, that's how you make the pursuit, man.
It's a nice play.
You get to the ball tackler. You really don't wait for the ball tackler to come to you. You get to them.
Johnson was turned back.
That's what I like about how he's performing on the field. Get to them. There you go. Down in the slot a little bit. Way to read it. Oh, I never seen them uniform night. Just causing havoc down there. Ooh, way to put it on them, brother. Way to put the hit on him, man.
Chevy trucks are as dependable.
Put down them smack down, you know what I'm saying? Jacoby Thomas, man. Jacoby Thomas. Next, who we got? Who we got next? Oh, Jacoby Thomas. Who we got next? Michael Taffy from Texas. Let's check him out. Let's check him out, see what he all about. Michael Taffy. 70 tackles. Man, he do average about 70 tackles, 2 picks, 1 deflection. Okay. I remember that pick, though. I think I watched that game. Deep hash, boy. It look like cover 2 actually, boy. Well, way to make the tackle, I say. Dang it, I say. That was trips over there. Trips over there to read it out. Good way to say read it out. Another cover 2 thing. Peak. Soft zone, boy. Middle of the zone. Slot in there. Blitz package. Way to get to the ball carry. Quarterback at that. Cover in the flat. Cover the back in the flat. Oh. Way to play that. Ooh. Zone. There you go. Way to pursue to the ball, man. Every 11 man to the ball. Everybody to the ball. Pick. Should have been a pick, bruh. Wasn't too bad. He didn't knock his helmet off, but it wasn't too bad. Way to get there. Way to get there. Way to read the flats. Wait the backside of the flats. pursuit of the happiness of the tackle. And get to the ball carrier. Way to know the assignment, man. Way to know the outside containment assignment. That was cool. That was good. That boy's good. Need you to wrap up, man. NFL, man. They're gonna be doing a whole bunch of trucking, sir. You have to come with it, brother.
Chevy trucks.
Michael Taffy from Texas Longhorn. Yeah, you're gonna have to come with it, brother, when it comes to the tackling. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the top 10, shall we say.
And at number 10, I have Lewis Moore from Indiana. So the one caveat to Lewis Moore is not only that he's 5'11", 200 pounds, really interesting backstory. And that's really a big reason why I have him here, too, is someone that I wanted to highlight. So 200 pounds is probably generous. He's probably going to play down more to the 190, 195 pound. But he's also a player that has only played on the defensive side of football for 4 years. So he started as a JUCO prospect. He's going to be 26 years old at the end of his rookie season. So definitely an older prospect. There's a lot of, I've noticed in this draft class, there's a lot of older prospects that are probably going to be drafted quite high. You think Emmanuel Pregnon is 25. You think Akeem Mesidor is 25 years old. Lewis Moore is also someone that could get top 100 consideration, and he's also going to be 26 at the end of his rookie year. But Lewis Moore, interesting story, a JUCO player for a couple of years, transferred to Indiana, started to play on the defensive side of the ball, had a great couple of years in Indiana, then transferred to Ole Miss, and then transferred back to Indiana and won a national championship. Had a phenomenal season for Indiana this past year. Really great nose for the football. 6 interceptions this past year for the national champion Hoosiers. He's a really, really strong player. That I love his run support ability. He's not going to be that, that hard hitting safety that you fear over the middle, but he can play robber. He could play, your center field role really well. He has great ball skills in zone coverage. The one caveat, the one bad part about his game, in my opinion, is the man coverage ability. Doesn't really lack the overall elite athleticism I would like, where I think is required at the NFL level to, be a do-it-all type of safety today. I think he's going to be a really strong, in like a cover 3 base type of defense. I think he's going to be a really strong third safety that you put in there. But he's a playmaker that definitely can, make a play on the football and definitely has a nose for the football. So good ball skills as well. He's a player that I'm quite interested in. He's someone that's not really going to need any development, even though he's only played 4 years on the defensive side of the ball. He's someone that I don't really think is going to need a ton of development on the defensive side of the ball. I think he's kind of a ready-made starter, ready-made third safety. So I think that'll get some consideration on early day 3, maybe even late day 2. Now we move on to number.
Let's check out Lewis Moore highlights. Let's see. 5'11", 200 pounds. That's how much he weighs. Alrighty then. Let's see what he got going. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Okay, little tip drill action. Pick 'em. Pick 'em. Pick 'em. Is this another INT? Pick 'em. Hey, yep. Should be naming his beat Pick 'em because he picking them. Another pick 'em. Take it to the house. Should you take it to the house? He didn't. Oh man, that was a little short, little old. Hey man, I'm about to get busy on there. On that pick 'em. That's what the beat sounded like. Sounded like pick 'em. But that's your boy Lewis Moore, man. Now let's get back into the top 10 real quick. Moving on to the next safe.
For 9, and I have Genesis Smith here. And admittedly, I was lower on Genesis Smith at the beginning of the draft cycle. And now I've kind of perked up on him too. 6'2", 202 pounds, has some great size as well. He's going to be a player that I think in terms of pure coverage ability, he is your best coverage safety, I think, in this draft class. And that's really saying a lot. He's not a one-trick pony either. He's equally versed in man and zone. It's just his tackling ability and his overall run defending, I think, leaves a lot to be desired. He's going to be a little bit more of your coverage-oriented safety, and that's fine because really in today's NFL, you're kind of looking at
the worst way to get business funding in the world of AI.
If you play with 5 defensive backs, you're looking for that one coverage safety. You're looking for that strong safety to really come down in the box. And that's not what Genesis Smith is going to be. He's going to be more of your coverage-oriented safety. 4 interceptions this past year for Arizona. Arizona's secondary had some year as well. You know, you think of Genesis Smith, Traden Stukes as a player that might transition to the safety position at the NFL level, who's got great size at 6'4", 200 pounds. He played corner for them. He had an amazing year for them. So they're cooking up something special in Arizona. But yeah, a major work in progress as a run support player. He does have the size and the willingness to go down and play in the box and try and, you know, blow up a run play. It's just the tackling technique and the overall instincts as a run defender really leave a little bit to be desired for me. So that's why Genesis Smith, despite being as good of a coverage player as he is, that's why I do have him a little bit lower than maybe some of the consensus has him. At number 8,
all right, let's check out Genesis Smith highlights.
Harry Stewart checks in at running back. Toward the sideline. Canty makes the catch, but popped immediately.
Okay. Make the ball will come out on that play, Lil. Boom. That's how you break the pass up. You can't intercept it. Break it up. What kind of spin move was that?
He's part of that trips up top. They go that way. Brown trying to explode. He's dropped. Genesis Smith
down run. Sorsby was. He throws.
Way to get out there.
Cyrus Allen, and they rally to swing him down. 6 win in year 6 for him. Quarterback run.
Good job. Yeah, way to get out there on that play, man, a while ago. Got trips over there. He know which one to get. You do.
Liked your message.
And Noah Benny was a receiver in high school. Good luck blocking.
Get on him. Get on him. Get on him.
This is what he usually does.
Tackle him. Snatched him down.
Heavy pressure. Bachmeier gets rid of it. It's Martin, the running back. 6th play of this possession. Option. Here's the pitch. Arizona swarms it. He's got a good kicker.
Field safety blitz.
Blitz! Incomplete.
Oh, that would have been perfect if he would have picked it off and tipped it. Yeah, that's ESPN highlight. It's a good interception though, Mr. Smith. Genesis Smith. Is he kin to Geno Smith or something? Because it's so, man. It's about his brother Kinfolk being a quarterback. That makes him a better safety, I tell you that. Way to read the ball. Hey, way to get out of that break to get back there. Good. That was good. That was good. That was good skills right there. The way to break out. That was good turn, man. That was a good turn play right there.
For the Cougars. Let's continue to work. They give
first and goal. It's Bryce, and he's thrown back by Genesis Smith. Gilkey to the air for the first time, and a catch by Jaylene Record.
Hey, get out of there.
Here comes Kennedy around the corner. It's a quick throw, and it goes to Davis. Bubble screen. Kobe Prentice. Not even close.
Good play. Awesome. Genesis Smith, man. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take those plays, man. We like what we see, bro. We like that. We like that. We'll definitely take that. Moving on, man. Let's get into the next play on the top team.
I have Bud Clark, and Bud Clark is a player that I feel like I've been scouting for the last 3 seasons. It seems like really strong player, fantastic overall season. Another safety that had 4 interceptions. This was easily his best season as a Horned Frog. And again, like I said, someone that I feel like I've been scouting for the last 3 seasons, it seems like, as an NFL draft prospect. He made quite the name for himself at the Senior Bowl as well. A couple weeks ago or a week ago, depending on what time you are watching this video. It is Super Bowl Sunday that I am recording this, but yeah, Bud Clark had a fantastic first step in the postseason draft cycle. 6'2", 185 pounds. So right away, that's going to be more of your Genesis Smith type of coverage safety. Although he does do a good job of coming down in the box and blowing up run plays, it's just the missed tackle percentage is a little bit too high for me. And he does kind of get caught with his eyes in the backfield every once in a while and does give up the occasional big play on the back end. But really, he's a super strong player that's probably going to get some day 2 consideration as a top 100 pick. And I think he's incredibly deserving of it. He's been a very strong player over his career for the TCU Horned Frogs. Another, like I said, an exceptional year for them this past year. Easily his best, his most well-rounded season too, as I was fearing the last couple of years, him as a run defender is just someone that's going to be more of your, Marcus Peters, all or nothing ball hawking type of secondary defensive back. But he really improved overall as a run defender as well. He just kind of a little bit too high of a missed tackle rate for me. And I think that just kind of comes all the way down to the overall frame. But Bud Clark is a really great player. And I think that with another strong showing, at his pro day, or at the NFL Combine, you're looking at someone that's probably going to be a lock as a top 75 player in this draft class. This is a really strong draft class for safety. We're really kicking off this series hot with a couple of really strong positional groups. And at 7, I have Zakee Wheatley.
Let's check out old Bud, man. Bud Clark. Let's see what Bud got. Is Bud White Zer? Is Bud White? I'm just saying, man. Is Bud White Zer? Bud White. Just saying, it's Bud White. Let's get into the highlights, man. Just joking around up there.
Got to get it to the 29 on third down. Lopez to the outside, and it's intercepted. And it's going to be a walk-in touchdown for the veteran Bud. Young man from a tremendous family, Brad Johnson, Super Bowl winning quarterback. His father, another lefty from Belichick at quarterback, and he
wants to go long and does. Over the second down.
So this is going to be a cover 2. Number 3, Caleb Elarms is the linebacker. He's actually the middle runner on that play. He was
of high school operations. We asked Coach Lashley about the relationship. He said it taught me confidence. Speaking of confidence,
Bud Clark nearly securing an interception, Sam.
Yeah, Bud Clark's trying to get that pick. He has a chance, and then
absolutely. That's a slant thrown behind. Brown trying to bounce out. Hard to do it. Oh, the ball came out late. Are they going to rule it a fumble? It came out late.
Josh Arsons talked about him at the top.
Yep.
You can see Bud Clark doing his best to rip that ball away. I think they will review this.
Yep.
And they're lineman in an eligible number. They're looking to set up a screen that way, it looked like, and he's just got to ditch it. Out the other way.
And I see out here, and they're rolling linemen that way, but there was no receiver over there ready to catch the screen. They're all fine, and we're all doing well.
Glad to see you here. Glad to see you.
He is going to play his guy, have his eyes on the quarterback the entire time, and then fall back in and jump up when he tries to throw it above him. That's what you call a guy that is trying to make a play, not just play his responsibility.
29 on third down. Lopez to the outside, and it's intercepted. And it's going to be a walk-in touchdown for the veteran Bud. Young man from a tremendous family, Brad Johnson, Super Bowl winning quarterback. His father, another lefty from Belichick at quarterback, and he
wants to go long and does.
Bud Clark started to highlight
over the second down.
So this is going to be a cover 2. Number 3, Caleb Elarms is the linebacker. He's actually the middle runner on that play. He was
of high school operations. We asked Coach Lashley about the relationship. He said it taught me confidence. Speaking of confidence,
Bud Clark nearly securing an interception, Sam.
Yeah, Bud Clark's trying to get that pick. He has a chance, and then
absolutely. That's a slant thrown behind. Brown trying to bounce out. Hard to do it. Oh, the ball came out late. Are they going to rule it a fumble? It came out late.
Josh Arsons talked about him at the top.
Yep.
You can see Bud Clark doing his best to rip that ball away. I think they will review this.
Yep.
And they're lineman in an eligible number. They're looking to set up a screen that way, it looked like, and he's just got to ditch it.
Yeah, just get to it.
And I see out here, and they're rolling linemen that way, but there was no receiver over there ready to catch the screen. They're all fine, and we're all doing well.
Glad to see you here. Glad to see you. Finally, as that ball is
he is going to play his guy, have his eyes on the quarterback
the
entire
easy,
time,
man.
and then fall back in and jump up when he tries to throw it above him. That's what you call a guy that is trying to make a play, not just play his responsibility.
Case on throwing pigs,
if you don't remember,
they fake it to him
Colorado
here.
just looked
And Salter going deep, has a man. Williams down there, but
he doesn't have to go anywhere. All he has to do is get more energy.
Can't believe Case on looked at this bad,
pressure
man.
off the edge. Salter
Should have stayed in Liberty, man.
Gets it away. It's tipped. Volleyball around.
Another pressure coming off this side. Right here into Caden Salter's face. He does a nice job making him miss. But then when he gets outside the pocket, he is not seeing the...
Robertson, pressure inside, and he's dropped. Bud Clark.
They're going to have both linebackers. We call
Dude,
this
like
the
he
pipe
didn't
blitz.
have
You have
no
both
choice but to
linebackers
just get sacked, man.
in that double-A pressure.
Just take the sack.
Pressure off the edge. Alexander picked it up. And the downfield throw is picked.
Bud Clark right
Nice
here.
pick, Bud.
He's in the slot. One-on-one, it's a slot fade. Ideal route against that. Pretty good,
There you go.
decent location. Eskilson's got to help him out there. Put that left foot down, go up and get it.
And back to high ball. It's knocked up. It wasn't secured.
Total confidence in him from Rocco Becht. Goes up, gets it. Separated from the ball. This in his future.
Now the rolls. He floats one towards the end zone. Tipped. And falls incomplete.
Nice play for Bud Clark, man. I can truly say Bud Clark looks all right. Not bad. Not a bad safety, man. Can't go wrong with taking a chance on Bud Clark. If you draft Bud Clark, you know you got something. Moving on, man. Moving on. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Don't stop.
From Penn State. Again, a really, really strong player. Great size. This is another one of those drafts that just has some safeties that just have tremendous size. 6'2", 6'3", depending on what you look at. 201 or 200 pounds, again, depending on what you look at. If I see conflicting reports on the overall size, I usually kind of just, pick a size somewhere in the middle because I feel like that's what we usually see at the combine. Like Zakee Wheatley here is going to be 6'2", 200 pounds, and then at the NFL Combine, he'll probably be like 6'1", 195 pounds or something like that. But really strong player. He's a player that I think doesn't get enough credit for his overall run support as well. He's a player that's very, very well-rounded. So if you look at the defensive alignment for a lot of these safeties, it's very difficult to find a safety that has played predominantly in the box this past season, and that's where you get a Zakee Wheatley, who has played a lot of snaps. I think over 300 snaps in the box he played this past season, where he had, as single hire, just as a coverage safety, he had about, I think it was like 200 or something around there. So he played more snaps in the box than he did as an out-and-out coverage player, and he excelled greatly. He had fantastic run defense grade. I believe it was somewhere over 85 for PFF. Great missed tackle rate as well. Just a really, really strong run support player that does offer coverage on the back end. 2 interceptions this past season. Really well-rounded player. He's like a classic Penn State NFL draft prospect that's just really well-rounded. He's not going to be that guy. He's a jack of all trades, a master of none, in my opinion, is a Zakee Wheatley. He's going to be a top 100 player that I think is just kind of what you see is what you get. You could plug and play him right away in your starting lineup, and you're going to get a very, very nice safety overall. So he's a player that I think, when it's all said and done, if he continues to have a strong pre-draft process, you're probably looking at someone that's probably going to sneak himself in the back end of the second round. You do have teams like the Buffalo Bills in the back end of the second round, or the LA Rams, that definitely do need some safety help. And Wheatley is a player that I think can complement those teams very, very well. So Wheatley is a strong player, strong candidate. It's very tough. These are some really, really good safeties here. It's really tough to differentiate through a lot of these safeties here, but Wheatley is a player that is at my number 7, but could very easily be inside my top 3 too. It's very difficult to kind of mix and match a lot of these players, but Wheatley is a really, really strong candidate going forward at the NFL level. And I do like him as, kind of a do-it-all safety, but really more as someone that's going to come down in the box at 6'2", 200 pounds, great tackling technique as well. Someone that's really going to come down and make a name for himself as a run support safety at the NFL level. At 6, I have Jalen.
Let's check out Wheatley highlights then. Let's see what he's doing. See what he got going.
From their own 27. And Turner's going to be dropped down, and the ball is out, and Penn State's got it.
Nice snap.
But
No.
and one of the first guys there denied that is Sutton.
I would try the fake snap at least. They did not. They went quick snap.
Yeah, one of them strong safety type of players. You know what I'm saying?
From the pocket, over the middle.
In the box player. Good pick.
Intercepted.
You seeing him making the big tackles. You see Zion Tracy right there. It was a
Nice
long
pick.
corner,
That was nice.
getting his hand in there. I don't know if he tipped the ball or not, but Zakee with a one-handed interception. Big time play from this Nittany Lion defense early in this ball.
Yeah, that's nice.
First down at 10 at the 20-yard line with the Buckeyes. And it's Donaldson. Great energy, great enthusiasm on our team. And look at this.
Oh, they came up out of there.
Donaldson is fighting for extra yardage. Watch, he's just going to be stripped right there. That was Amari Campbell, the middle linebacker, who quickly,
Really?
they're giving Ohio State an opportunity to double up.
It
Ohio
was like he
State gets
stripped
the
that
kick
out. Way to hold him up, though.
to start the second half.
Strip it out, though. That's what's up.
Whoa.
Perfect time blitz.
Territory, and Penn State stuff that they're going to have to punt here.
Zakee Wheatley came in.
Yeah, from the secondary.
Jenkins gets it out, and a block coming up to make the hit. Zakee Wheatley McNeil in motion. Owens the back. First down. And Owens into space.
Game saving tackle right there.
One cut, and there is nobody. Hurry up, takes a shot.
Jenkins going downfield for McNeil.
He was really beat, but hey, way to play the ball still. Wow.
This looks like an explosive play all day. Watch the hands of Wheatley.
Perfect, man.
That's as good as it gets.
Perfect skill right there, man. Technique at the right time.
Play at the end.
Last moment. Get it out of there.
Heard about the stat and big.
Alex gets it out for his first complete on 2nd and 10. But he just had the big run.
Good hit.
Pressure shown, pressure coming. He gets it away. It's complete. It is Wildy.
Average. Preston Stone and Wildy.
Back play action, drifting. Gronowski, and he just fired that one away.
He got some NFL. He looks like an NFL ready kind of safety though. For some reason, I don't know what it is. It's just something about him.
Gronowski off to a tough start that makes it.
Like he Wheatley. He looks NFL ready though.
Anderson, good spin move, but the Nittany Lawson level play. Quickly out to the right side. Next thing all. Gronowski jets up inside the X screen. He got inside the 15.
Good job.
Could you argue with Chip Kelly about last year? I'll never forget that. Steps into his throw. Tate got it. Inside. Tate in motion. Jackson.
He run down the field and make the tackle. Game saved a touchdown right there. Zakee Wheatley. He did make a play though. He did make a play. Zakee Wheatley. Penn State. Moving on, man. Let's get to the next baller. See if he a ball hawker.
Husky. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this is a player that if you go to a lot of, I believe at PFF, he's like their 315th ranked prospect. You go to PFN, he's their 173rd ranked prospect. He's a player that I think could very well be a top 50 player in this draft class when it's all said and done. 6'2", 201 pounds. Phenomenal season for Maryland this past year. He had 4 interceptions on the back end, played very, very strong in run support, had an over 85 grade as a coverage player and as a run support safety as well, and kind of balanced out his snap count very, very well in the box, deep, and then even in the slot. He played quite a bit, I believe over 65 snaps in the slot as well. Just a really strong player that is very disciplined, great missed tackle rate. I believe for me, I said this about linebackers, I'll say it about the safeties too. I think if you can get a safety with an under 10% missed tackle rate, I think that that's a really, really strong rate, because linebackers and safeties are your two positional groups that are going to make the most tackles on your team, and they're going to make your most tackle attempts as well. So if you have a safety that has made 120 tackle attempts on the season and he only missed 12, I feel like that's actually kind of underselling how good that is. So Husky is a player that I believe he had an 8.5% missed tackle rate this past season, something along those lines. Really strong in coverage, really great tackling technique, great size, 6'2", 201 pounds as well. Really instinctive on the back end over the course of the season. I mean, most famously, he intercepted Fernando Mendoza this year. I mean, terrible throw by Mendoza, just a complete overthrow. And it was a really, really easy interception for Husky, but just a really strong player overall, and a player that I don't think gets enough love. And he just misses out on my top 5 here. But I do think when it's all said and done, Husky, he probably won't get drafted as a top 50 player, probably closer to a top 150 player. But when it's all said and done, I do think that Jalen Husky is going to be a top 50 player in this draft class when we look back at it. At number 5, I have a
All right, Mr. Jalen Husky. Let's see if you got what everybody looking for. Draft you for.
To the end zone, that's intercepted in the end zone by Jalen Husky.
This is the first real mistake of the season. Let's show
Husky
you
don't
what
look
JJ
rusty.
sees. That's A.J. Barner, the tight end, running a little sit route. We call it the magnet route. And that's number 22, who's sitting above him, that has the interception, just reading JJ's eyes as Roman Wilson comes across the field. So Husky's just reading his eyes, not even aware that Roman Wilson's coming.
Sets him back to 1st and 20. Again, good protection for Childs. Wants the end zone with Masunis. And was that picked off in bounds?
Ball was still too far,
this
really.
time it was from Jalen Husky.
It's going to the proper place with the football and just throws an errant pass. The pocket is clean. He's thinking 6 the entire way, and the ball sails over the opposing shoulder.
Way to play the ball, way to run it
going
down
the middle.
Right in his face, but was able to step
Husky
up. Find
looks
some
more
time
like
to
a
make that
receiver
throw.
on that
Going
pass.
with tempo now, going down the middle of the field, and it's going to be intercepted.
He catches the ball.
First turnover
He
of
catches
this
the ball
season
like
for
a
the
receiver. I'm
Indiana
telling you, this dude
Hoosiers.
probably play receiver. Look at him
Jalen
running it
Husky
back.
still
22
on
like
his
a.
feet. He's out towards the 40 into the 41.
I'm just saying, he probably played receiver. I'm telling you, he catching the
Now it's
ball
on the
like a
Hoosiers
receiver.
defense to respond for their quarterback.
Look at that, playing DB though, playing safety, catching the ball like a receiver. I like to see that. That's for sure.
10-yard loss on the sack. And then Moulton, his first touch of the day, fumbles it, and Maryland recovers.
Let's see. Put it into the belly. And that's on the back to me. Just didn't secure it. So many times this running back group has taken handoff after handoff in practice. I'd imagine this hasn't happened very often, but big job for Maryland.
Johnson already over 100 yards today. Gets it back again, and this time he's tied up by Jalen Husky, who recovered the fumble for Maryland's defense earlier today, a 2-yard loss.
Well, he's making plays on special teams, even though they're getting blown out.
Maryland comes up with a block at the end of the first half. They will have the football to start the third quarter. Parker had his kick blocked, just his second miss of the season.
Holst under center. Quick hitter. Good defensive recognition. Tilly Johnson brought down by Husky.
All right, 3rd and 16 now for O'Neal, yet to throw a pass. First, back foots. Intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Husky. Inside the 5.
This dude literally be running the deck too, man. Like he's a running back or something. Look at him.
Easy read from Husky, high points it, big return. Now Maryland knocking him.
John Mills, true freshman, starting at left guard. So he's been all season. So some youth and inexperience on the left side of the Huskies.
3 tight ends in the game, and it's intercepted. He threw it right to Jalen Husky, and the Maryland native brings it.
This dude is good, man. He can make plays. He make interceptions. He get turnovers, man. That's why I like to see a turnover.
In a big moment.
Guy makes turnover. Overthrew the ball, but he's right there to get it.
Michigan State transfer, and he's had a nice drive here. Diamaliava escapes pressure, sliding past a couple, zips it on the run, and pass is intercepted.
Just make plays, man.
Altmaier lets it rip down the seam, and it's picked
Other
off.
play, pick.
Jalen Husky's team-leading 4th interception.
This dude is pretty cold, man. He makes picks.
I don't think that's going
like
to be
a
a
safety,
catch.
bro. Look at that.
Looks like that.
He makes the quarterback
Ball
pay. That's what you're
pops
supposed
up
to
as
do
it
when you're
hits the
playing
ground. Now, of
the
course,
safety
we
position.
talk about
If he make a bad throw, make
ball
him
hitting
pay.
the ground in the
Pick it out.
process.
Man, jumping off the screen was Mr. Jalen Husky. Yeah, Jalen Husky, he jumped out the screen, man. Moving on, man.
AJ Halsey from LSU, 6 foot, 222 pounds. He offers probably for me the most complete frame of any safety in this draft class. 6 foot, 222 is just you're looking at really more of like a speedy, athletic linebacker. So just a really strong overall player for me at coverage and a run support. So he gets a good run grade. He's a phenomenal coverage player as well. He had a combined 5 interceptions. We had 5 interceptions and 8 pass breakups last season for the Houston Cougars before transferring over to LSU. And then, of course, had another really strong season for them as well. He has the physicality, he has the urgency, and to play downhill. That's what I like the most about him. The tackling technique is what I don't like. Last year being the year for Houston, an 18.6 missed tackle rate. And then this past year for LSU, slightly better, 15.3. But as a safety that's going to try and come down and play downhill and bring that aggressiveness and bring that physicality, you're going to have to finish your tackles, a lot better than that. You're looking at someone that's kind of a work in progress as an overall run defender. But as a coverage player, he has, fantastic instincts, really strong hands, good ball skills as well. He's someone that's going to be, kind of more of your ball hawking. He reminds me a lot of Cam Kinchins. I know I mentioned him earlier as someone talking about Jacoby Thomas, but he reminds me a little bit more of your Cam Kinchins. But Kinchins has been pretty well-rounded since moving up from college to the NFL level. But Halsey's a really strong player. Like I said, a player that went up in competition from, the AAC, I'm sorry, the Big 12 to the SEC, and kind of played very, very well again too. He didn't have the gaudy numbers that he did for the Cougars with 5 interceptions and 8 pass breakups, but he did add a ton on the back end for a very forgettable season for LSU. The LSU Tigers didn't even get to take advantage of having AJ Halsey and Mansour Delaney on, in the same defensive backfield together, which is kind of crazy. But Halsey's a really strong player. I do think he leaves a little bit to be desired as a run support player, but the urgency and the overall aggressiveness and physicality is there, and that's kind of half the battle for me. Tackling technique is something with good pro level coaching could definitely be improved upon, and especially for the willingness. If you look at someone like Sonny Styles last year, who missed about 18% of his tackles, and this year, all the way up to the second round of the playoffs, didn't miss a single tackle as a linebacker. So that's incredible in its own right as well. It can be, if the willingness is there and the overall ability is there, it could definitely be improved upon. But Halsey is a fantastic player that I think is probably going to be a top 65 player. I would say he's definitely going to be drafted in the second round. If you ask me, I'd be shocked if he makes it to round 3, but he's a phenomenal player. At 4, I have Kamari Ramsey. Now, Ramsey,
let's check out AJ. Let's check AJ Halsey, see what he got going on here.
Klubnik straight back across the middle, again throws into
the ball snap. Look at him already looking. Who's coming across? I got him. Makes a play with the right hand.
Across the middle. Catch is made by the tight end.
Trey Kukoc, the quarterback. LSU brings pressure, gets rid of it quickly, and dropped.
You drop a guy out, simulated pressure. You hear a lot, those 2 words.
If he calmed down, he calms them down. Here's a quick run. More pressure from the Gators. Ball trying to run through it. They need 3rd downs to get to 4 out of 8 for the game.
Yeah, straight strong safety. That's what I'm looking at. He a strong safety. Because he's big, kind of got 220.
I think Halsey has as good instincts as anybody they've seen in quite some time, and he plays it perfectly there. Baits the quarterback.
I don't know what his speed's looking like. Strong safety.
And a critical hit something on this drive to the Gators.
Ain't number just a linebacker out there playing
They hit
safety.
it well, and now Lowe has nowhere to go.
You talk was a wide receiver in the NFL. Chandler's wide open. Caden Lee down and then lost the ball at the 3.
Big hit.
Halsey's so instinctive. There it goes right there. The ball is out. It's a great look.
That Chambliss, the quarterback, gave it to Lacey out of the shotgun. Another flag.
Way to run him down, man, from the backside.
Deuce Alexander.
Sideline to sideline. He's just like a linebacker playing safety. That's pretty much what it is.
Oh, he doesn't pitch. Instead, he tried to go for the goal line and came up.
Pavia keeps it, and Halsey's there to clean it up at the very end. Now setting up 3rd and goal, and another
clean it up,
big
for sure.
set here by
Like, get up out of here with that.
Javi is going to pull it and throw it downfield.
Oh, way to knock it out at the last second. But he was kind of beat, but good job. Way to break the pass up. Yeah, that was a good job, man. Way to break that pass up. That was a good play.
Live, I didn't think there was any. How about the job by Halsey?
Ruben Owens is the back. He's got the handoff and plows the king, of course, and also as receivers. Reed buying time, slings it downfield, and tried to get it into.
Was it a pick? Was that a pick?
Tight end.
The quarterback
nice try. Nice try to snag.
Dangerous throw by Marcel Reed because he threw back.
That was nice.
Almost enticing him to throw it to that side. Instead, he throws a pick over the middle.
It looked like a strong safety
by
type of pick.
Halsey. Halsey all the way out to the 20.
He backs out. And Marcel Reed's taking a few
I think
chances.
I watched this game. I remember this game.
On it or not, but Halsey does a good job of just reading the eyes of
Simpson.
Down the middle and a big hit to knock the ball away. Halsey got there just to the right
That's how you knock the ball out for sure.
Halsey is so instinctive.
Ain't
that
no
was
flag
such
on
a great
that.
break on the ball, turning
Yes,
his head
sir.
to the side, attacking the ball.
Record looks like it's a big one.
It's Washington and then 23. Washington again.
Yeah, solid tackling machine for sure, man, because he
now they run
got linebacker
down.
size. So.
Nowhere to with Mateer at Washington State. Mateer almost intercepted. Scrimmage quickly. Mateer picked off, coming back the other way. Halsey
With the right defensive package, man, this dude is cold.
in front of him.
I mean, you can do something with a defensive package with this guy. For real, certain packages.
To Garrett Cannon, he breaks on the football.
Get him more playing time. Nice play, man, from Halsey. AJ Halsey. Moving on, man. Moving on.
Doesn't necessarily have the statistics that the other players on this list have, but 6 foot, 205 pounds, great frame. He transferred from UCLA to USC in 2024, and he was their last line of defense, essentially. He was the glue guy on the defense. It was like, oh, I missed the tackle. Don't worry, Kamari's got it. So 2024, he had a really great season. 2025 was a little down. Didn't really have nearly as many tackling attempts as you would like to see, but he's a really good cleanup player. And that's what I think a lot of safeties nowadays, I don't think we see that. We don't see the cleanup safeties, the guy that comes in and finishes the play. I think we look at a lot of coverage-oriented safeties that are really just about intercepting the football and covering tight ends and covering running backs. While Kamari Ramsey can do that, he's a very strong coverage player. You're looking at a really, really good run support safety and someone that has a fantastic missed tackle percentage in his career. 5.7 missed tackle percentage rate in his entire career. And as I mentioned before, I think usually if you get underneath 10, you're elite. If you get in that 5 range, you're some of the best of the best in terms of being a tackler. And Ramsey does bring that aggressiveness, that fluidity, that that he makes you know that he hit you. And that's what I love. We don't really see that from safeties nowadays. What was the last time that, safeties came down and made you feel them? Pause. It's probably Earl Thomas and it's probably Cam Chancellor, those last guys that really, Derwin James is up there too, I would say. But those are elite of the elite guys that make you know that you just got hit by them. And Kamari Ramsey is that type of guy that I think can come down and can be really good in run support and be that cleanup guy on the back end as well. And then, of course, intercept a pass or two. He only has 2 interceptions to his name as a safety in college football in his career. But make no mistake about it, really strong coverage player, has a good nose for the football. I think he had 10 or 12 coverage stops in 2024 as well. Just a really strong player overall. Ramsey's going to be a player that people box score watch a lot. And they're going to be like, well, why is he in your top 5 when, a Genesis Smith has 4 interceptions or something like that? But if you really, truly watch the game film, you know that a Kamari Ramsey is a guy that kind of is your last line of defense. And he is that player that can make that game-saving tackle on the back end. And that's just something that we don't really see a lot nowadays in the NFL. Number 3, I have
I wonder is he keying to Jalen Ramsey, man. Kamari Ramsey. Are they related? Man, that mean UCLA got two good safeties, man. They got this guy at number 19. The other dude I just got through mentioning, you know, they got two good safeties. Wow. Just like Ohio State, man. They just got, man, you looking for some defense in the secondary. This is the year. This is the year of the safety. For some reason, there's a lot of good safeties coming out.
Pretty tight. Jacob Clark, 3 of 5 on the opening drive, setting up a trick play. Clark's going to throw it back to Dash Lou.
Hey, they fall. Look at that, number 19, the dude I was just talking about. Look at that.
Once,
he already there.
Twice, and then he just
both of them
right
there.
Here, trying to get picked up.
Yeah, them two safeties, man. That's crazy.
Disciplined by that back end.
In Houston with the Texans as Childs drops it off into space. And it's going to go for maybe 3. It's McConnell.
A team that should be better this year than last year at Michigan State. This is incomplete McCray.
Wait a minute.
Emmett Johnson has the carry. Could not slip through that hole.
The trick play, even for this offense.
Second down and 5. Lateef will set up a screen and it's blown up.
For a 19-yard punt by Sam Johnson. And Gronowski could have taken another deep shot. Going for a reach-in jump ball.
Kamari Phillips, he runs the over route. You see Phillips at the top of the screen. Either a little post corner come flat. Gronowski goes for it all, the double coverage. Lucky there wasn't a turnover there.
Barnes, pressure, and he gets dropped by Kamari Ramsey. Ball came out.
Because it's a completion to the wide side of the field. Ramsey showcasing the speed. How about his hand placement?
Going managed, but those turnovers have killed him.
He wasn't going nowhere on that. Too many players. Too many guys in one spot.
Kamari Ramsey, I think, is the guy shaking up.
Great lock. Gonna flare it out.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Way to play that.
I think that might have been a misread that time by Braden Locke.
Way to play that.
When it was zone, the corners.
Not afraid to try from well beyond 50. Throws. There's the running back, Taylor. First down. And ball comes out. And USC has recovered.
Cobb goes for the tackle. Taylor does not have two hands around the ball. And there's the strip, the punch out, and the strip from Ramsey.
Wow.
Again, pressure. Nobody's home. And Edwards hoping for a miracle. He's already down.
They always the receivers to that side of the ball. Everybody was back the other way, and it was really the pressure you see coming off the left side. Kamari Ramsey.
He just threw it up for grabs. You just threw the ball away. That was the stupidest quarterback play I've ever seen. What are you trying to prove?
Desperation to the
that should have get picked off.
Signaling that he was down in the grass.
Take the sack.
Which is a good call.
USC came into this.
Is this dude getting drafted? Because if he is, man, there's a lot of other quarterbacks I know smarter than that.
Back and asked yesterday in our production meeting, what does it mean to have Kamari
Way to come down and make a
best
play.
defensive player? And we saw him early.
Just a 3-man rush. Reed's got all the time in the world going downfield.
Ooh, diving pick.
With the flea flicker base.
By Ramsey, though. Was it? Did Ramsey pick it off? Did they say?
Lateef will set up a screen and it's blown up.
You already knew what that play was. You already knew what that play was, Ramsey. That's what's up, man. USC got two good safeties, man. Got two cold dudes. I think number 19, the 19 guy, the other kid I did it first. I forgot his name. I think he just jumped out the screen for sure. Moving on, man. Moving on.
Dylan Thieneman, 6 foot, 205 pounds, just kind of he's just great. I mean, there's really no other way to describe it. I think where he lacks the overall explosive athleticism, as a lot of these other guys do on the list, where, he's going to win with his football IQ, his technical ability, his tackling technique. He's just a fantastic player. He's someone that easily stood out as one of the best players on Purdue last year, came to Oregon this year, and was another exceptional player this past season for the Oregon Ducks. Just a really great player, 96 overall tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, 2 picks, 5 pass breakups, and great size as well. He offers you that ability to come down into the box, play run support and play it very, very well. He has the explosiveness and the get off to kind of shoot through that gap and make plays in the backfield. We didn't see it too much at Oregon this past year because he played a lot more deep safety for Oregon than we were used to seeing him at Purdue, whereas the year before at Purdue, he had, 106 overall tackles, 6 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 2 pass breakups. Like, he was kind of their jack of all trades, where in Oregon, he did have similar numbers, but he was more of that deep safety, but can come down, play in the box, blow up those run plays in the gap as well. Just a really, really heady football player as well. And I think that's a big thing. You need to be smart. I know that sounds very, cliche and very, like silly to say, but you need to be a smart football player to play the safety position. You're given free range a lot, and you need to know what you do with that free range. And Thieneman is really kind of going to be more of your strong safety at the NFL level than a free safety, but tackling technique is off the chart. Just playmaking ability is off the chart as well. He's someone that is really he's going to be a top 50 player, and he's going to be excellent. He's really going to make a secondary that much better. And then at number 2, I have Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. And you want to talk about someone that could kind of
All right, let's check out his highlights, man. This last name kind of long. Last name. Come on. Okay, here we go. Let's see. What do we have here now? Do you got some highlights tonight? Da, 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 da. Let's see. What we got right here? What we got? Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Come on 1 second. No second. Guess we ain't got no choice but to show this one right here. Right here. Right here. We gonna show this one right here. We ain't got all day. We not gonna play. Not gonna play with you. Sorry for the wait. Sorry for the delay, folks. There's always some technical difficulties going on. There's always somebody out there that always tapping into something they ain't got no business.
Take it for Pena. Aller, sideline. Oh, it's picked!
Strong safety action.
Calls game.
Look like a strong safety or something.
That's a walk-off whiteout winner for the Ducks.
Benson in motion. He's going to be the man to carry it, and he's going to get dunked by Thieneman.
Football player. First thing you do, put him on special teams, see what's going on. And after that, you start filling them in where you want.
Less than a minute and a half to go. Williams deep drop, loads and let it fly. And right there is...
Well, shoot, you wanted somebody to pick that off. Well, you threw that.
Well, he ended the Penn State game with an interception, and that one puts Oregon in the playoffs.
Yeah, you wanted that picked off.
Pick on it, maybe, if they know that. Devon Williams. He's going to get Nope, not going to get sacked. Got away.
Let him run him down and make the play. Run him down. Get him. Yes, sir.
Lose a yard or two. Down at 6. Here comes the blitz. Williams fires down the middle. Oh, my goodness, what a catch. That could be a catch.
He caught it, but it was a good hit.
Remember, this could be reviewed.
Is that targeted? I don't know.
I think you're right. What a catch. And
What
then
a
the hit,
catch.
right?
Completely legal hit.
They are flying around.
That was illegal.
Here's
He
Morton
didn't target.
after the turnover as he checks down to Dickey, and Cameron Dickey lowers the shoulders and makes his way out just beyond the 50 pounds, and he's a playmaker.
He's a downhill hitter.
Morton on 3rd and 9,
This
and
one.
the Red Raiders find a way again. It was Coy Aiken. A first down, Texas.
But you got the sense his first love is football. Mendoza pulls it down and scrambles. Spinning around, the ball comes out.
Mendoza tried to shake and fake and spin. That was a pretty good run, but you got to hold the ball, man. Way to knock the ball out of there for the safety highlight.
Washington Mish, he's right through it, tries to spin out of it. It's a good job popping it out. But like always, Indiana does the little
made a
things. The
super
offensive
highlight.
line at 310.
Gotta hold the ball, man. Got smacked.
Kobe Williams on the carry.
Came straight down, smacked him.
Stacked up by Dylan.
Put the smack on him. The dig him smack.
Third and 12 at the 40. Zane Flores in the shotgun. Going to throw to the outside, a little bit low, but caught. And closing in a hurry is the Duck defense.
Yeah, that was Dylan Thieneman running. I recognize it from his Purdue days.
All right. Not bad for like a strong safety guy. For sure, he's a strong safety for sure. I don't see too much free safety stuff going on, but, you know, never know how guys can transition in certain defenses. Moving on, man. Moving on. Moving on. Gotta keep it moving. Gotta keep it moving.
To do it all as a safety, this is what you're getting. And Toledo, don't sleep now, but the last 2 seasons, Toledo has produced a top 65 player. And for a MAC school that doesn't have a humongous history of NFL prospects, you think 2 years ago, Quinyon Mitchell was in the first round. What's his name last year? Oh, my goodness. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Oh, I really liked him too. Alexander. I don't remember his first name, unfortunately, but he was drafted at the beginning of the 3rd round by the New York Giants. Oh, it makes me so sad that I don't remember his first name right now, but that's okay. But Emmanuel McNeil Warren might be another one of those back end of the 1st round type of guys. Really just excellent player overall. The coverage ability, off the charts, man coverage ability, zone coverage, run support. You're looking at someone that's 6'2", 210 pounds. He's going to be that hybrid safety linebacker type of player. And we've seen it. The proof is in the pudding. And you know what I really like about him too? The believability. He baits quarterbacks into making the throw that he knows that he could intercept. And that's something that I feel like you don't usually see from safeties a lot. You really see that a lot from the corners as well. But Emmanuel McNeil Warren has great baitability in his coverage. And that's something that I think is very under the radar. I think he had 2 pick sixes this past year for Toledo, was really one of the big reasons why they had another strong season in the MAC. Just a great overall player. And he's been doing it for years too. It's not like he's a one and done. He was excellent the year before, and he was excellent the year before that as well. And he's a player that I think defensive coordinators are just going to salivate over, because anywhere you put him, he's really going to be able to excel. Like I said, if he comes down, if he shoots the gap in the box, he's going to be able to make plays in the backfield. If you leave him deep, he's going to be able to pick off those passes. If you put him in man coverage, if you put him in the slot, he's going to be able to make those plays on those big tight ends or those slower slot receivers. He's a phenomenal athlete as well. Just head always on a swivel, always knows where to be. He's always in on a tackle as well. Just a really, really strong overall player that I think should get some back end of the 1st round consideration. Like I mentioned before, you do have teams that are in need of safety, maybe even like a San Francisco 49ers at the back end of the 1st round. They need safety. The Bills, the Rams, these are teams, maybe even the Seahawks, who knows? But this is a player that I think is going to make a true difference. I mean, last year it was Nick Emanwari This year, it's going to be Emmanuel McNeil-Warren for me as that difference maker safety that you're going to be like, I can't believe that guy fell to round 2. And hopefully he doesn't. I think he's strong enough to be a top 32 player in this class. But if he does fall to the second round, you're going to be like, how the hell did this guy fall to, you know, like with Eman Warrior? How did he fall to the Seahawks? It's going to be like that. And then, of course, the number 1 to no one's surprise should be
just check out Emmanuel McNeil-Warren highlights. 6'2", 210 pounds. He get perfect size safety. He can play strong, free. He got perfect size, period. So, see how he plays.
Seth McGowan to the goal line. On 2nd and 7, over the middle. Good ball. First down. Inside the 30. Ball on the ground, though. And Toledo's replaced ball. Catch and run. Where's the ball security? Week 1. On a little bubble screen. Gilmore can't get loose. It'll be 4. Calzada keeps it. And Kentucky takes over just short of midfield. McGowan hit in the back.
And they're not giving Toledo a chance to get their defensive set.
You see how quickly the football gets out of the hands of Maverick McIver.
Hey, way to play the ball still.
Lexington,
that was a good play, whoever that was.
Very productive. That's picked off. Intercepted by Toledo. Pouncing that, Emmanuel.
What's up, man?
Going to the deep middle of the football field, but no.
Dude definitely got to be cold, man, if he already at the school.
Area. Hence why he was in
numbers,
the area
man,
to pick it off.
Toledo, you know.
Bears, importantly, are moving not only down the field, but
Lowry, spinning out of trouble this time.
That's what I say, man. Sometimes you just got to make the school.
See, right here, he had a
school don't make you, man. You make the school, especially with the NIL rules.
Because the pass rush lane started to collapse.
They protect Lowry well, and he connects. Kay Conley blows out.
It's a good defensive play, man.
Now, as you see Brock going through his progressions.
Yeah, great play.
Get the catch there.
Knock the ball straight. That's what it's about, man. The ball, man.
For Ben Finley when he comes back. Or that throw in traffic.
This offense and actually throw the football down the field.
There's Cameron Petaway. He is stopped behind the line. His oldest rivalry. As we welcome you back to Northwest Ohio's oldest rivalry in a one-hand grab alongside Eckhouse. Give it to him a first down run. He does a nice job, and again, Bork, a very winnable product. Kirby Voorhees gets starts late.
Northern Illinois, not just tonight, but all season long. Throwing, lofted it up there, big hit. That's Emmanuel was the hit, Rocky.
Yeah, I know everyone these days freaks out when they see a big collision, but there's no forcible contact to the head or neck area. He does not use the crown of his head.
Going against the Toledo defense at second in the country and yards allowed. And you're seeing why. No room.
That's the thing. I mean, they play a quarter system. They got safeties there. They're basically
He's
playing almost 9 guys in the
box.
So take away
on a free possession. That's exactly what Hessen does into double coverage. It's intercepted.
And did he get security of that ball?
Kelly, another quick throw to the outside. It's Horton
trying
to get that first down, but he is hit hard. Now this surely gives their offense a little boost here. As Kelly on the designed run gets tripped up.
Nice play.
Labus, look at corner end zone. Now comes middle. It was maybe deflected. Labus to put it up. Crossing route.
Oh,
and that's if we've ever seen
one.
Right, and also give some credit to the official in the way as well, as Lewis tried to make a one-hit.
Could have been a flag on that.
Play action. Then a throw deep.
Just threw it up.
Diving attempt at that interception.
Should be a pick. Just threw it up for grabs.
Well, the ref's saying that he was forced out of bounds, but that looks like
no. Defense with them being right back in it. Killer Moss throwing on second.
This is an OTB route right over the ball, and looks like he's just going to catch that easy, but number 7.
All right. And that was your boy, man. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. Now, we're going to get into the number 1 Number one player, you already know. Caleb Downs, man. You should know. Caleb Downs.
Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs is just, I mean, I don't really know what else you can say about Caleb Downs that hasn't been said, but he's just a special player. The mobility, the play pace, the angle IQ, the physicality on blocks, expert at running in and out of lanes. He just kind of knows exactly where to be at the right time. It's very seldom that you find a player as athletic and as smart as a Caleb Downs. And he was able to do it at Alabama. He was able to do it at Ohio State the last couple of years as well. And as I mentioned before with Ohio State players, it's very difficult to evaluate those players because everyone on the defense is really good. Caleb Downs is the catalyst. I think that there are a few players on this Ohio State team that truly are the catalyst to get everyone else playing just as good. And Downs is that player. He immediately became that quarterback on the defense. You want to talk about someone that is your last line of defense. Caleb Downs might be your first, second, and last line of defense when it comes down to it at the NFL level. He's someone that I think should honestly get top 5 consideration in the NFL draft. He's just, I know safety, the positional value just isn't really there like it used to be. But I do think safety is way more of an important position to be played at the NFL level than it is at the collegiate level, especially with a lot of teams playing with, you know, those cloud coverages and those 3 safeties most plays. Caleb Downs is your catalyst. He's just, like I said, fluid, explosive, energizer bunny. He is that guy that is just, you know, he's going to come in like a bolt of lightning and he's going to end that play. And you're going to be like, I cannot believe that guy just flashed across my screen like that. It might sound like I'm glazing, but truly, if you watch intently his game film, you're just going to be amazed by how A, he's in on every single play, and B, just the overall instincts, the play recognition, everything is on a dime. His ability to turn and cut, his hip fluidity, his ankle flexion, everything that you could say about a secondary player that's good, you could say about Caleb Downs. And truly, I don't really think there's many weaknesses in his game at all, if any. So maybe just securing solo tackles more frequently. I feel like he does sometimes get a little overmatched in terms of he will eventually make the tackle, but he might get dragged for a couple extra yards. But really, that's the only thing I can nitpick. And even then, it's really a very, very small sample size of seeing something like that. But Caleb Downs, far and away, is not only the top safety in the class, I think he's the top defensive back in the entire class. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There are my top 10 safeties for the 2026 NFL Draft class. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one.
Now, let's get into the Caleb Downs highlights, man. Let's get on. Let's see what we got for y'all. What do we got? Let's see what we got here. Let's go. Nothing needs to be said. This dude is cold as ice.
Fourth down and goal to the 7. Ruckemeyer in the end zone. It's intercepted. Caleb Downs. They're trying to send the pressure.
Nothing else to be said, man. Caleb Downs is cold as ice, man. Y'all just enjoy the highlights.
Dinkins to the corner of the end zone, and Downs just falls off of his man. That was Katron Allen. You know, these pictures for Penn State, these wide receiver pictures, they're dominating against Washington, but here he is today, and he's been a game wrecker on senior day. 7 tackles. 2nd and 10 of the 25. Here comes the blitz, and it's Caleb Downs.
Hello. Hey, man, tell me this is not NFL stuff right here. Look where he starts, Gus, and he's just going to run all the way into the middle of the line of scrimmage. The back usually has to have that, but how do you see that if you're a running back lined up on the opposite side? He comes from so far back, and yet he's so quick. Says bye-bye to that series. Caleb Downs, I tell you, man, the Swiss Army knife of college football. And he will be the face of a defense in the NFL. Look at all the awards he's up for. Bednarik, lot impact, Thorpe Award, Wolf.
Second the game for either team. Underwood on 3rd and long. And it's caught. But Caleb Downs comes up and just decks to Nelly. And that brings up 4th down and 16.
Well, this is what's so impressive about Caleb Downs is that he can just line up all over the field. Here he's lined up as a linebacker. Over on this right side, here's Downs, and so he's going to go get hands on Marsh in the slot. Then he comes up and defends the underneath route, and he's able to get Deacon Tonelli on the ground. Excellent tackler, very smart player. He's the Swiss Army knife of college football.
The best cop looking.
T-set. It's intercepted.
Caleb Downs
steps up initially and then drops back, and they send Sonny Styles. Complete confusion here from T-set. See, he accounts for Caleb Downs as if he were a blitzer, but Downs drops right into that slide.
Manning in trouble. Got it away. Caught, but not enough for the first. And Ohio State bends, but once again does not break. C.J. Hicks with pressure.
Hicks with the pressure, unblocked from the offense's right side. Here's Hicks. Here he is. He's just going to come straight right through this right side, and the tackle never gets out there. Watch 11. He's right in the face of Manning, and Manning shows you some serious strength to get that ball out in the first place. Now he motions out, back looking that way. Tony caught it in front of the ball. Tony picks it up, and he's tackled short of the line to gain. Caleb Downs, I tell you, man, the Swiss Army knife of college football. And he will be the face of a defense in the NFL. Look at all the awards he's up there. Pretty fat kid.
Yeah, Caleb Downs, man. Just being honest with you, man. He's a generational talent, safety. Man, he probably all what you're looking for, man, when it comes to finding that right safety, man. You got to draft a guy like that, man. You can't pass up on a guy like him. If he's on the board, he's in your draft, you got to draft Caleb Downs. Got to get him. He makes your whole defense a lot better with a player like that. Day one NFL ready, day one starter, you know, all that. You know what I'm saying? Gets better, Pro Bowl safety type of status he got going with the right team. And whoever on the clock to get Caleb Downs, boy, y'all better take advantage. Dallas Cowboys, you're on the clock. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. Trade up or something. Need to do something. But that's the end of my show, man. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Follow me as I follow my Heavenly Father. And the draft will be tomorrow. And I'm up out of here.
stupid, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, this the big one, man. Been getting money on for a long time, man. Fat rat with the cheese, man. Yeah. Do it once, then do it twice. Run it up, that's good advice. I done bought from many moons. I'm a bad boy, ain't nothing nice. I'm a real boss, I done shook the fence, I done ducked the vice. Yeah. I done hit them out with 10 bands, said fuck the price. A couple niggas don't like it, but it really ain't no stopping it. If I want, I'm copping it. I'm really out here popping it. I can go play Dana, I can rock my wrist. I've been playing for so long now, I'm a coach on Popovich. If I pull up in Rolls Royce, don't look all shocked to shit. My ex see me and drop dead like she unlocks a bitch. Couple niggas don't like it, but it really ain't no stopping it. If I want, I'm copping it. I'm really out here popping it. Really ain't no stopping it. I'm really out here popping it. If I want, I'm copping it. I'm really out here popping it. Couple niggas don't like it, but it really ain't no stopping it. If I want, I'm copping it. I'm really out here popping it. Fly with no cake, got that shit on. I do not fuck on broke hoes, little girl, get on. Telling me that you the prize, you'll get spit on. Anyone that held they nuts getting shit on. When I took that loss, man, all of them switched up. Now I'm in big truck, I'm getting my say, man. Couple niggas don't like it, but it really ain't no stopping it. If I want, I'm copping it. I'm really out here popping it. It really ain't no stopping it. I'm really out here popping it. If I want, I'm copping it. I'm really out here popping it. Couple niggas don't like it, but it really ain't no stopping it. If I want, I'm copping it. I'm really out here popping it.